What's good, World Squad? You know I had to come back and hit y'all with another play. Hey, if this is your first time watching the channel, my name is Travis. Through the grace of God, I've been able to build a multi-six-figure Amazon business. I've been selling on Amazon since 2010, so I know a little bit about Amazon, but I don't know everything. So on today's video, I want to introduce you to this high-level Amazon reseller. He goes by the name of Reezy. Man, the guy's a walking well of knowledge. He's going to show us his retail arbitrage strategy on how he ran up $700 inside of Walmart. Also, make sure to subscribe to his channel. Follow him on social media. The link will be down in the description for all of that. Hey, let's get into the game.
All right, so headed into Walmart. Surprise, I ended up in the Lego aisle. First things first, I started looking for hidden clearance. That's when you use the Walmart app to scan items to see if the price is lower than the tag actually shows on the shelf. You can find some really cool stuff like that. We didn't actually find any, but we did find some Lego Friends sets that I had actually sold before, and I'm using the Scoutify 2 app to look those up right there. We also...
And that's a gem early right there. I think he's using Scoutify. I use Scout IQ, but they are very similar apps. They're going to give you pretty much close to the same interface, but either way, you can run up the bag. So yeah, we appreciate them gems. Make sure y'all taking notes because this guy is high level.
I found some Star Wars sets, which I didn't show in the video, but this is actually the email that I got from previous sales of that Lego Friends set. So that's pretty cool to have that reassurance. Yeah. We also grabbed a few of the Gujitsu figures here. Nothing big, they're $10. I think we made $3 profit on each one. The last thing we ended up picking up were these Cutters youth football gloves. They didn't have the largest demand. There was a few different sizes, but the markdown was significant. So we scooped those up, threw those in the cart. When we left, we ended up spending just under $1,100. And
if you guys notice, like on that last screen, he had a lot of yellow stickers on those items. That just shows me that he was on the clearance aisle. So if you guys go into those Walmarts, make sure you check those clearance aisles. And also, most of these items that he's selling is gated. Gated is what you call restricted categories on Amazon. But I'm going to leave a link down in the description on the easy process how to get ungated. So I'm going to give you all the websites people use to then order 10 items to get an invoice, upload it into Amazon, and then you're ungated to sell categories like Lego, you know, Disney, Star Wars, anything like that. So make sure to check down in the link of the description. I got y'all. Let's listen to more of what Mr. Reezy has to say.
Then we were on our way home. All right, so that was an hour and a half of work at Walmart to make $700 profit. And I know what you're thinking, and you're right. I didn't actually really make that money yet because I didn't sell those products yet. And so technically, it's expected profit, not profit. And in order to realize that profit, we have to process that inventory and send it off to Amazon FBA where it can sell and ultimately fulfill its destiny to become dollars in your bank account.
I'm rich, boyo, rich.
You guys ready to head down to the garage and do this work? All right, you are? All right, let's go. All right, welcome to the garage. Now it's time for the fun part. We got to list all of the items that we purchased.
And guys, I'm going to stop it right there. This is definitely another gem to catch. Right now, I'm sure he's already scaled up to where he has a huge warehouse. You know, I got a warehouse, but this is something you can do directly from your garage. You can get a storage unit. You can do it in your apartment, so you don't have to go super big at first. Use what you have, then scale it to the next level. So it doesn't take a lot of room because they're utilizing, or he's utilizing Amazon FBA, which is a great resource.
Into Inventory Lab, a service that we use with the barcode scanner. We're going to print out labels. We're going to box it up. We're going to send it to Amazon. This is all the necessary stuff that you have to do after buying the inventory if you want to be an Amazon seller and make money. And it's honestly, it's probably going to be a little bit boring, but if you want to learn this stuff, stay tuned.
Facts.
Let's get to work.
Yep.
This is a very simple, basic garage workstation that I have set up here. I got a laptop, nothing fancy, 8 gigabytes, Windows 10. I got a USB barcode scanner. It's like a $20 joint. I have it on continuous scan, so I can just put barcodes under it when I need it. Don't worry about the mess over there. This is mostly like supplies and stuff. But over here, we've got the products that we purchased. We have the Gujitsu figures, the TIE Fighters, the X-Wings, the Friendship Bus, and a lot of those football gloves. So first thing thing we're gonna do is make a new batch in Inventory Lab. And I'm actually gonna list these things in different batches because I wanna make what is known as a case packed shipment. So we're gonna start off with our first shipment. We're gonna put the barcode into the search field up there and we are going to scan it. Then you're gonna press select. You can actually see a little bit of information about the product there.
All right, guys, just another gem in the background. I'm not sure if he's going to mention it in this video, but if you notice one of his tabs at the top says Pirate Ship. If you use Pirate Ship, that's the cheapest way to get UPS pickups. It used to be free if you use the UPS Merchant Fulfilled tracking number, but I'm not sure if that still works. But now for me, if you use Pirate Ship, they're going to charge you $3.80, whether you have 1 box or 200 boxes. So definitely take advantage of that. Let's get back into the video.
There, we're going to scroll down to total quantity here. We're going to put 4 because we have 4 of them. Right here it says average cost per unit. We're going to put $9.99 because that's what we paid. For supplier, we're going to put Walmart. That's the store that we purchased it from. Also, there's the purchase date here. It's already filled out as January 30th. And then you can see the SKU that it builds here is relevant to that. It says the date, then it has your supplier, then it has the sales rank.
And this is a big gem. Make sure to write it down, put it in your notes, put that information in your SKU. A lot of the times newer sellers will just I know I did at the beginning, just let Amazon populate that SKU, but put that information in there. I like to put where my inventory is located in my SKU, but FBA, this is a game changer. From putting in the supplier, putting in the date, putting in your sales rank. Yeah, that's a game changer. Let's go.
Then your cost, and then a random number at the end just to differentiate everything. Over here on the side, you can actually see the different offers and how you would actually price the item. You can see that the lowest FBA offer is $19.99, and then the next one is $20.52. And if you click on that price, it puts it down here into the calculator. And if we list it for $19.99 and we paid $9.99, it looks like our profit down here is going to be $3.28, or an ROI of almost 33%, which is not bad. And I actually like to price my FBA items a little bit higher than what the current market is right now, considering we're going to ship them in and it's going to be a day or 2 or 3 before they even get there. And who knows, maybe even a few more days before Amazon receives them and then they're able to be sold to customers. For now, we're going to put this one at $21.99, and I'm going to put my minimum price at $19.99 for now, which is actually the lowest current price. And that's basically $20 profit right there. Let's go over here and press add to batch. Our stickers should be coming out right here. When you put the stickers on the items, Amazon wants you to cover up the barcodes. You have to make it so that their employees can't actually scan one of the toys barcodes. And when you get those done, put those to the side and then process the next unit. We're going to kind of move the process along here. It's all the same basically. As you know, we purchased a bunch of these gloves. Every one of them has one of these little yellow stickers, and they don't really come off very easy. So we're going to have to use a heat gun to take these off. This is the heat gun. Ideally, I like them with a little stand, but they have a couple settings. It's basically a really hot hair dryer. First, we're going to set this thing to low, and we're going to be careful not to damage the product or the packaging. If the packaging can melt or the product can melt, you need to be very careful of that. You can see the sticker changes because these are thermal stickers, so it's reacting to the heat. So the darker it gets, you know, the hotter it is. So then we're going to turn this off, get our tool, and just get to scrape it.
And that tool he's using is called a Scotty peeler. I also have those linked down in the description below if you guys want to pick them up from Amazon. They're usually like 3 or 4 in the pack. They're super cheap. I recommend that you use the plastic one like Mr. Reezy's using here rather than the metal ones, because sometimes it will damage your product, whether you have books or toys or whatever products that you're selling. Let's go.
Get to the edge of it, and usually when you get it up, you can just pull the rest of it. We got the gloves separated into 4 different piles. Let's go ahead and scan one. The current low price is $19.94, and if we list them for $19.94, the profit is going to be $6.58. And I'm actually fine with that, but I'm still going to price up higher just in case those offers sell out while these are inbound. For these ones, we didn't get stickers. You can see it actually says no label. Amazon's not requiring us to label these ones because we do commingled inventory. Now that everything is listed into this shipment in Inventory Lab, we're going to actually upload it to Amazon Amazon and create the Amazon shipment. More fun stuff. Let's get into it. We're going to press review batch, then we're going to press submit, and you can see it's telling us all these different locations that it wants to send stuff. We're going to say go ahead, send products, sync feeds. Now on this screen, you can see these are the actual shipments we're going to be creating in Amazon from Inventory Lab. So we're just running through here and clicking create shipment, and then it's saying, do you want to create this shipment? And you say yes, and then that's when it actually talks to Amazon and then creates the shipment, and you'll see these shipments here in a second. Each one of these is going to be a separate set of boxes or shipments that are going to different Amazon FBA warehouses. You can actually see the warehouse codes here on this side and how many units are going to be in that shipment. Once all of the shipments are completed, you're going to actually click on the bottom down here, complete and close batch. Boom, bottom, done. Now we're in the shipping queue on Amazon, and we can see the shipments there over here with the orange marks that say work on shipment. I like to start with the biggest shipment, make a box, take the products, put them in the box. Now we're going to add a little bit of packing paper just to the top or bubble pack, get it taped shut. There you go. That's the box. Let's weigh it out. 5 pounds, 8 ounces. That means it's 6 pounds. In step 3, after you choose everything in one box, go to the right side, put in the box weight, 6 pounds, put in the box dimensions. You don't really have to measure it. You can just estimate it, but if you don't feel comfortable, go ahead and measure it. And we're going to continue. You press confirm. Now it says it's going to charge us $5.30 for those 6 pounds. It's not 50 cents a pound, but it could be a lot more. It's not terrible, right? So ideally you want to make shipments that are heavier per box, like up to 45 pounds.
Yeah, that's a gem right there, guys. Amazon does allow you to send in up to 50 pounds per box, but if you ever, or your scale is ever a little bit off, they will charge you a fee if you go over that 50 pounds. Go up to 47 pounds, but Reezy, I see he stops at 45 pounds, which is great. You don't want to ever go over because it's going to cut into your profits, because Amazon will definitely tax you if you go over that 50-pound mark. So let's get back into the game.
So you got your UPS postage label and you have your Amazon box label. So put the UPS label on one side and then put the Amazon label on the other side, and then that item is ready to be dropped off at a UPS store or handed off to a UPS man. Make sure you get a receipt when you drop off your FBA shipments. That way you can prove that you actually gave it to the UPS store. Also, if you're reusing a box, make sure that you cover up any other previous addresses or anything so that the box doesn't actually come back to you. Had it happen a bunch of times. First shipment done. We're going to set that to the side. There's actually one more thing. You actually have to click complete shipment here at the bottom and then click mark as shipped. And then we can actually close that tab and start working on the next shipment. So one shipment is all 5 friendship buses. We could pack this in with paper or bubble or whatever. It's just not as secure or fast as cutting it down. So real quick, you're just going to take your knife, put it into the corner as close as you can get, and you're going to cut the corner upward. Cut upward from the corner. All right, over here. Because there's a gap right here on this side, we're not going to fold it on this side first. We're going to fold it on this side first. So we're going to fold against the product, all right? I'm going to create that nice fold. And now that we have this cardboard here to support this side, we can get a nice fold if we want. Be careful. This is not something that I recommend for beginners to do, but if you hold it nice and tight, you can cut a nice perfect piece through the one layer of cardboard, and then they fit together nice and perfectly, and then just tape it as usual. Let's go to the last. These 4 are so small, I'm actually just gonna throw these in a bubble mailer. So this one actually only weighs 11 ounces. For this 1 pound package, we're gonna pay $4.51. This is the Inventory Labs summary of the shipment we just submitted. Total sales value is $2,500. The buy cost is $1,100. Total net profit is just under $700, which is not bad for a few hours out shopping at retail stores. $4.50 a pound is not what you want to pay. If you know the tips and tricks that I'm about to tell you in the next section, you can pay as little as 50 cents a pound, even as low as 6 cents a pound, because $4.50 a pound is just ridiculous. Hey, welcome back to the studio, guys. For the most part, our work is done, and that's the beauty of Amazon FBA. Now, one of the tricky things when making Amazon FBA shipments, and you may have noticed that in the video in the garage, is called split shipments or splits. Basically what happens is we tell Amazon, hey, I have 23 of these things to send to your FBA warehouse. And they say, sure, send 10 here, send 10 over there, and send 3 over there. And the problem is that 3-unit shipment is very light, and we're not going to be able to get an optimum per pound inbound shipping rate for that 3-unit shipment. Fortunately, there are a few things you can do to combat this, and I'm going to share those with you guys now. Number 1, send larger shipments. Bigger shipments are proven to get much less splits than smaller shipments, and the splits that they do get are much more manageable because they are larger themselves. For example, you could have 60 units and Amazon might ask you to make that into 6 shipments. But if you had 600 units, Amazon might ask you to make it into 2 shipments, one 400 unit shipment and one 200 unit shipment. And that would not only save you a lot of money on your inbound shipping costs, but it would save you a considerable amount of time in building those 2 much larger shipments. 2, adjust your item quantities in your shipment. Amazon allows you to change the quantities plus or minus 5%. So take advantage of this to consolidate your random loose items into single shipments, and maybe even potentially delete shipments you don't need to send in because it was just 1 unit, and you can send that unit over there in that shipment that already has that unit. 3, and this is my favorite tip for this section, that is make case packed shipments. Now the cool thing here is that there's no fixed definition of what a case is, so we get to define this each time we make a shipment to Amazon FBA of a specific product. For example, let's say you have 30 of an item and you can fit 10 in a box, and that box weighs 40 pounds, which is a good inbound shipping rate. In this scenario, you would send in a case packed shipment that had a box configuration of 10 units per box, and you would send in 3 boxes. Now, Amazon might still decide to send each one of those boxes to a different warehouse, but at least we still get to control how many go in a box, which also means we're controlling the weight and gives us a lot of control at what we're going to pay for our per pound inbound shipping rate. Not to mention, case pack shipments save you so much time, because if you have dozens of the same item or even hundreds of them, you can set up a box configuration and you can make shipments very, very fast. Now, tip number 4 is to utilize Amazon's inventory placement service. Amazon's inventory placement service allows you to send your units to a warehouse that you specify that is near you. But before you get super happy about it, you need to know that it does cost 30 cents a unit, and it is not an option for all product categories on Amazon. So depending on what you sell on Amazon, it may not even be an option for you. Wow. So if you've made it this long in the video, I appreciate you. Please smash the like button, because I am about to drop the super banger nugget that you have been waiting for. The last tip I have for you is how you can get approved to not only sell toys on Amazon, but how you can get approved to sell Lego and lots of other big name toy brands on Amazon. It's actually way, way easier than you think. What you're going to want to do is set up an account with a company called EE Distribution. This is a very large, reputable company, and they're not going to do business with a random person who wants to sell some crap to get approved to sell on Amazon. Make sure your business is registered with all the official channels necessary, and you have all the proper business documents you need before you contact EE Distribution to get your wholesale account set up. And please, please don't make your account inquiry from your Hotmail. Get a real domain email address, maybe even set up a one-page website for your company. Now, when you contact EE Distribution, be professional. Do not lead with you're an Amazon seller and you need to get approved and you want to get ungated. They don't know anything about that, and they don't actually care, and you might be shooting yourself in the foot because they might charge you more when they find out you're an Amazon seller that's probably not going to come back to buy more stuff from them because they know they're being used. I'm not telling you to lie. If they ask you if you sell on Amazon, you can tell them you sell on Amazon. Now, once you get your account set up, you're going to want to order 10 quantity of an item that you're restricted to sell on Amazon. And when you get your invoice, you can submit that to Amazon to get approved to sell that brand. They will most likely turn you down when you submit your invoice, and that is just because their system is entirely automated. Continue to submit that same invoice again and again until it works. And remember, we're ordering this stuff to get approved approved to sell on Amazon, not necessarily to make a profit. So don't try to find a certain item that's going to make you a lot of profit from EE distribution. Focus on products that are not going to cost you a lot, like a keychain or some very small apparel item that preferably has a large demand, so that when you get it, you can sell it very quickly. You might lose 15 or 25% of your capital, but at least you got most of it back, and now you're approved to sell that brand on Amazon. Now, for a super duper pro tip for those of you that stayed all the way to the very, very end, when you place your order for your item to get ungated from EE distribution, don't just order a Lego item. Order a Star Wars Lego keychain. Why? Because you can not only double dip, you can triple dip on that invoice. You can submit that invoice one time to get ungated in Lego. Then you can submit it again to get ungated in Star Wars. Then you can submit it again to get ungated in Disney. Now, if you guys aren't going to like or subscribe after that pro tip, I really don't know what's going to win you over, but I promise you, I'm going to keep trying.
Super valuable video. I hope you guys got a lot of game. Make sure to go check them out. Link in the description. Hey, until next time, be blessed. I'm out.